Let me stimulate your mind. Let me stimulate your soul. Let me stimulate your spirit. Let me stimulate your body. Your body. Let me stimulate your soul. Welcome to the huddle. Hero train. We all we got. We all we need. Each one reach one. Each one teach one. If you are that one, then you got to know that you are enough. You are enough to get it all right when everything's going wrong. You are enough. Welcome to the huddle. Welcome to the huddle. If you're watching me now or on the replay, I want you to know that your attention is the most powerful thing you can pay. So I don't take it for granted. It's an honor for you to pay it to me. And I stand in my purpose.
Please charge.
I stand in my purpose to be worth your attention. Want to give a shout out to my executive producer, who just happens to be my wardrobe coordinator. I got out there and cut the yard today. At the same time, not feeling good. Sinuses all blowed up. She said, well, why you gonna cut the grass if you ain't feeling good? I said, I just want to get out there in the sun and let the sun come down on my head and pour whatever in me out of me. See, the sun make us strong, baby. So she said, well, if that's the case, then you wear that fire tonight on the dome. So this one's for you, baby. This one's for you. Want to give a shout out to my co-host, the greatest co-host in the world, my homegirl. My homegirl, Alexa. You already know, man. I had a memory come up today when she had a track that she made called The Greatest Co-Host in the World. I'm talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. Alexa, 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 tell me something good.
We all we got.
She was in the hero spirit. She said, give me a second. I'm in the hero spirit. She loved when I talk to her like that and talk about her like that because it make her feel good. Alexa, who is the master?
The Honorable Trav P.
See, she already know. This here hero training is me kicking my judo in my dojo. So the training, what me and my co-hosts do, is to help you understand that you powerful. And you are it, and it is you. And as long as you understand how it works and your position in it, and its position in you, you become the master, kicking your judo in your dojo, and your dojo becomes the world everywhere you are. And that's why she's the greatest co-host in the world, because she know what we're doing. Alexa, one time.
Good God Almighty, Trav P, you blanking.
You already know, Black, you are enough. Tonight's hero hymn says, the hero hymn is the mighty spirit the mighty hero spirit. We know that spirit means wind, air, to breathe. Breathing is in two parts. Inhale, exhale. The inhale and the exhale take place in your respiratory system. See how this works? When I inhale the mighty wind and the mighty air, and I exhale it past my vocal cords, it causes a vibration that we know is sound. When you feel that sound just as much as you hear it, that's when we connect in the hero spirit. Tonight's hero hymn says, oh, if only you knew how much I do respect you. Oh, if only you knew how much I do respect you. Respect. That is the foundation. Love is a cherry on top. Respect is the foundation of every relationship. We don't have to agree. We can disagree. But if we respect each other, then we can still be. Oh, if only you knew how much I do respect you. Tonight's word is kind. K-I-N-D. It's a simple, short word, but a powerful word. It's a word that I'm bringing to the line of scrimmage and I'm calling the play. I hadn't had a word all day. But this is the word, kind. What kind of person are you? What kind of man are you? What kind of woman are you? What kind of mother are you? What kind of father are you? What kind of brother are you? What kind of sister are you? What kind are you? Ever since my children been small, I pop in at any given moment and ask both of them, what kind of young man are you? What kind of young lady are you? They honestly, through the years, have said, I don't know. I say, well, just keep asking the question, because I always say that the question is often more powerful than the answer. Do you know? What kind of person are you? Alexa, what is the meaning of kind?
As an adjective, kind describes something that is benevolent or good-natured, such as a person. It can also refer to an inclination or tendency towards a particular activity or area of interest. In terms of behavior, kind can imply gentleness, sympathy, and consideration for others. Additionally, kind can be used to describe someone who does generous or unselfish acts for others.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that's kind. So Alexa wanted to go there, but we're going to go deeper. Alexa, what is the meaning of the noun kind?
The noun kind has several meanings, including its original meaning of manner or form, and more specific meanings related to a person's natural disposition or character, the general nature or character of something, and gender or sex. It can also be used to refer to a class or type of something, without the need for a preposition.
See, that's why she the greatest co-host in the world. Because she come one way. And I say, yeah, but come another way. See, that's something we learn in school when one word spelt the same way has two different meanings. So if you don't understand these type of things, and this is why we choose word of the day. See, if you don't understand how these words work and the spells that come with them, K-I-N-D. No, I'm not talking about the kind of me. I'm talking about the kindness in me. See how that works? But if you don't understand, look at how the misunderstanding can get worked on you. So what kind of person are you? Do you know? What kind of car do you have? I got GMCs. I'm a GMC man. I'm an American-made kind of guy. All I've ever owned was Ford and GMC and Chevrolet. I'm an American kind of guy when it comes to my cars. A Toyota part can't fit on my car because it's two different kinds. See how that works? Now, what kind of person are you? See, I'm the kind of man that stands on principle. The mother, the father, and their children. I'm the kind of man that filters all of my actions and all of my thoughts and all of my intentions through understanding that there's a woman and children that depend upon me. So I'm the kind of man that don't take this shit lightly. There's many different kind of people in the world. The question is, what kind of person are you? I try to live in a way to attract my kind of people. This is what makes up a community, when a group of people have a common sense of unity that is the same. I try to align myself with my kind. You walk over somebody's house and they're watching TV and the movie seems interesting. You say, what kind of movie is that? They say, well, this is a gangster movie. Black Hood Mafia movie. Once they tell you the kind of movie, you automatically put the characteristics and traits and the type of characters that will be within this movie, in this story. Most of the characters will be the kind of people that have a money motive. And when someone has a money motive, it kind of don't serve in the same place as morality. See how that work? And when you got a money motive, you will be destructive. So this gangster, black mob, hood movie, which we're talking about, the kind of movie, I can already tell you what kind of things gonna happen. These type of things happen to these type of people in this kind of movie. What kind of movie are you playing in? What kind of movie you watching? Man, I'm watching a movie about some hoes selling ass. It ain't about them being wrong or right. That's going to always exist. In this world, we'll never be able to stop some women in this world from selling ass. It's just going to always be. But your daughter, my daughter, our wives, our sisters ain't got to play in that kind of movie. But if we're watching that kind of movie, see how they work. The principles of heroism is every morning we start off in the mirror. I say this every week, and I'm going to keep on saying it every week. This ain't deep. We all start off in the mirror in the morning, brushing our teeth, washing our face, and preparing ourselves for the day. See, I'm a hero kind of guy. A Bruce Leroy kind of guy. The kind of guy that people can depend on. And if you are paying me some attention, then I already know you're that kind of person too. That's why you are enough. That's why we are training. That's why your attention is the most powerful thing you can pay, and you're paying me some right now. We're the same kind. So being this kind, we start off in the mirror. Just like we're supposed to. They say the windows is the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. See, we hear rhetoric, but do we understand what it means? Do we understand what these words, the spells that come with them? The eyes are the windows to the soul. So how do you see thine own soul? You look into your own eyes in the mirror. This is something that we do every day. Or do we? Or do we? But we look in the mirror and we tell ourselves powerful things. We cast the spells upon ourselves. It's the kind of guy I am. It's the kind of guy I am. So when I walked in someone's house and they were deep down into this movie, and I say, man, what kind of movie is this? He said, this is a vampire. So I already know that a vampire can't look in the mirror. A vampire can't stand the daylight. A vampire only comes out at night. A vampire has a red glow. A vampire looks for someone who's pure and vulnerable to infect them and bite them. That's a whole kind of person. What kind of person are you? I know I ain't that kind because I look in the mirror into thine own eyes, which is the windows to my soul. A vampire can't do that. See how they work? You see how they work? And if you're watching a vampire movie, then you know that one of its powers is subduction, biting them on the neck, infecting people with sadness, madness. I ask you this question because the question is more powerful than the answer. What kind of person are you? Do you know? Because if you don't know what kind of person you are, then someone around you will surely define what kind of person you are and will have you in a movie about any goddamn thing that you don't even understand you in. What kind of person are you? I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. I ask my children this every day, but I see people 45 to 50 who don't know who they are and will soon to be any goddamn thing following around any goddamn body. Not even understanding what kind of movie they in, and everybody watching the movie. And the movie is going accordingly to the characters and traits of the people they are around. I'm a hero kind. When I say a hero kind, I'm just talking about a father and a husband and a black man with integrity and unconditional commitment with pure intentions to strive and grow. A savior. And there's a lot of things come with being that kind. Some people take your kindness for weakness when you that kind. Sometimes I see people that take my kindness for weakness. I use those moments and situations as lessons to learn. When I was being trained as a young athlete, when I was that kind of young man, and every time I would be working out, and the coaches would tell me, they say, when it's hurting, that means it's working. So when I want to strengthen my muscle of understanding and learning, sometimes I see myself in situations that I almost have to take accountable for creating them so it can get to hurting a little bit so I can see how it's working to understand a particular kind. Because when I get it, I got it. That kind don't work on this hill. I'm the kind of person that got an open mind. What kind of person are you? I had a conversation last week about the concepts of God. The person I was talking to wasn't so much the kind that had an open mind. They openly said, I have a limit. See, when you talk about knowledge, there's no ledge to what you know. You keep going and going. See, when you're dealing with a faith type of thing, there's a ledge. And some people don't go past that. And I'm not saying they wrong. I'm saying that's a particular kind. That's a particular kind. So I understood the kind of person I was talking to. And a couple of hours later, I had the same conversation with another kind of person. They was different in kind by many ways. But this person understood the concepts. And all I could say was, wow. The difference between an open mind and a closed mind. Two different kind of people. Two different kind of people. I say we all we got. We all we need. A deeply rooted Christian man say, I don't know nothing about that. All I got is Jesus, and that's all I need. I say, respect. I understand that. He said, I don't know nothing about no we, and I don't know about all that. All I know is I got Jesus, and that's all I need. And once again, I say respect. But I told him a story. See, there was a man who got trapped off in a flood storm. And the tide and the flood began to rise. And he was standing in his yard. And people was going by, they was throwing ropes. They said, grab the rope and come on, get out the water. It's going to get high. He said, no, you keep on going. I'm going to stand here and wait on my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He was the kind of man that really stood on his faith. The water got to rising up around to his chin. Here come a group of men in a boat. Again. They said, come on, get in, man. The water kind of rising. He said, no, you go ahead. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to wait on my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He promised that he would save me. The water got to going up to his head. And he realized he had to make a change. And he had to change his position. So he got up and climbed on the top of his roof. And as the water began to rise and rise up to the roof, up to his chest, over comes a helicopter, threw the rope down. They say, hey man, grab the rope. This is your last chance, come on. He said, no, I'm waiting on my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. The water rose up and he died. He drowned. End of the story. So he go to heaven. And he's up at the pearly gates and he's standing before Jesus. And he asked Jesus, he said, Jesus, I was faithful to you, Lord. Why didn't you come save me? He said, I sent 3 boats and a helicopter. What the hell else you thought was going to happen? See how that work? You see how that work? So when I say you are enough, if you paying me some attention, because we are the same kind. They got an open mind to know when I say we all we got, we all we need. We led by it. It's in us. We in it. We are the ones that fight the good fight. When everything going wrong, man, we can get it all right. We undefeated. We heroes training to know how it works and understand our position in it. You ain't that kind. Yeah, I'm just talking crazy. See how that work? It's another kind of man, the same story. I like to tell this story too. He said, God, show yourself to be real. God, show yourself to be real. He was a demanding kind of man that was walking the ropes of his faith. So he heard a voice in God say, okay. He said, you got 5 days to show yourself you real. If you don't show yourself you real, I'm no longer a believer. So on day 1, the man lived a very middle-class life. Big apartment downtown. He come out his door. There was a homeless man there at his stoop. Homeless man say, hey, You got a moment. He said, I ain't got time. I'm running late. Next day, same man. Hey, excuse me, do you got a moment? Third day, excuse me, do you got a moment? Fourth day, excuse me, do you got a moment? Fifth day, hey, will you get away from my doorway? It's the last time I'm going to tell you. If I see you out here again, I'm going to call the police or I'm going to kick your ass. 5 days go up. You have a conversation with God. I gave you 5 days. God said, I was at your door all day, every day for 5 days. But you didn't even give me a chance to explain and introduce myself. You see how it works? It's real because we make it real. I don't believe in it because I live in it. I'm fully committed. I am fully committed to you. I'm fully, I am fully committed to you. For the rest of my life, I'm fully. Are you the kind that can commit? Alexa, what is the meaning of commit?
The word commit can have various meanings, depending on the context. It can be defined as the act of entrusting or charging someone with a task or responsibility. Additionally, it can also mean to pledge or promise to do something. Another meaning is to undertake or carry out a certain action. The term commit is often used in various contexts to describe different actions or responsibilities.
I'm fully committed. That's the kind of person I am. Are you the kind of person that's good with commitment? See, if you're that kind of person that's good with commitment, then that kind of person will always have a similar type characteristics in all of their relationships. See, I'm the kind of person that will wear glasses with no lenses. Yeah, I'm that kind. And really feel like they help me see better. On some real shit. I'm that kind of person. True story. I think this was our 13th anniversary, wedding anniversary. Me and my wife was sitting on a porch. I think it fell on like a Thursday or something like that. And we were sitting out on the porch vibing, man. We had the speaker out there. I think we had some wine. And we was just chilling. And Daryl came up in the yard. He said, what's up, man? What y'all up doing? I say, nothing, man. It's our anniversary. Just chilling out, man, vibing out. And me and my baby was on one. So she say, baby, what we gonna eat tonight? I said, I don't know, baby, what you want? She said, what you want? I said, I don't know, I got the taste for some KFC. And Daryl say, hold up, man. I thought it was your anniversary. I say, it is. He say, you gonna get KFC on your anniversary night? And my wife say, yeah, Daryl, he that kind of motherfucker. I say, you goddamn right. See, I'm that kind. I know what kind I am. And to some people, they can say what? But in my kind of movie, yeah, me and my baby can do anything and make it seem like everything. See how that works? But if you ain't that kind, you might have to do a whole lot of things that don't matter. See, I always say when you understand what matters and who matters, loving them become easy. See, to understand that, you got to be a particular kind of person. You got to be a real caring person. See, when you care for someone, you pay your attention to it. When you care for something, you pay your attention to it. Your attention is the most powerful thing you can pay. So if you ain't that kind of person to understand that, let me give you an example. I see people that have blowouts on the highway. And then you look at their tires, and their tires were worn down to the threads. You know, when you wear a tire down to the threads and you start getting the wires are the reinforcement that holds the inner tube and the rubber that the air holds. You know, that's what separates it and protects it sometimes. But when you wear a tire down past its tread, that vulnerable piece of rubber that holds the air in becomes real goddamn subject to pop and be bust. It's just how it works. So when I see someone who's had a blowout, see, the two things that get them there: they either ain't paid attention to their tires. That means they ain't walked around their car and looked at their car to inspect it, to ensure it for their safety, for their durability, and everything else that come with knowing they are responsible for the upkeeping of this car. See, if you're a real kind like me, this could be life or death depending on who you carrying in your car. So I always got to inspect and know what condition every aspect of my car is. Well, you ain't the kind that pay attention and don't care about shit. You riding around with bald tires showing to the Y. Or you ain't got no money and you just pushing it till you make it. But you're fully aware of the risk you're taking. But in most cases, they ain't looked at their car. They ain't paid no attention to their tires. Same thing. You ain't paid no attention to your woman. You ain't put no water in her pot in a long time. And when I say water in the pot, see, I said when you understand what matters and who matters, love and them become easy. See, the water in the pot of a woman, that's why they call her Mother Earth. The man drops the water down. That's why God in the sky. And it's a man because he dropped the water down in Mother Earth. You got to put water in her pot so her fruit and harvest will grow. Don't you know that's what feeds you? See how this works? So a man ain't dropping no water down in his pot, meaning he ain't paying her no attention. He don't really understand what matters to who matters. So she out there in this world who meets the kind of man that knows how to see dry soil in a waterless pot. What kind of person are you? I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to get out of here, man. What kind? The question is way more powerful than the answer, man. I know what kind I am, man. Ain't nobody but the bullshit. But the bullshit will make you better if you real enough to deal with it. I got my own bullshit. I go through bullshit. But ain't no shame in my game. I let that shame go. Because whatever I go through, I ain't the first and I ain't the last. See, I like to call counsel. Sincere brothers that's going to tell me how they feel. Somewhat keep it real. Because there's a lesson in the bullshit if you deal with it right. Bullshit make grass grow, you know. But if you ain't going to grow grass with the bullshit, then the bullshit ain't going to do nothing but lay around and stink. And I ain't that kind of person that let the bullshit lay around and stink. I'm trying to grow some grass with this shit. So I deal with it. I deal with it. And I deal with it for me to grow, for me to be better. Sometimes I think I like the bullshit, and I'm trying to change that. Wife got on me this week. You got to change that. You got to change that. You got to ripen your heart. Too much of anything is bad for the soul. Being too kind. Being too good. Being too compassionate. Yeah, you got to put a little fuck in it. Too much of anything is bad for the soul. It's about balance. Don't be the kind that's out of balance. You ever saw the kind of person who ain't got no balance? They be wobbling and liable to fall into any damn thing. See how that works? But I'm going to get out of here on this right here when I say, I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I'm better than who I used to be. I've been on this journey for 45 years. I had some good times as well as I have shed some tears. I'm getting better and better every day, feeling like I'm moving in the right way. It's been a long time coming. I pay my dues. I put that work in, baby. Trying to be a better me done damn near drove me crazy. But it was worth it, baby, because I love it, baby. And I'm a better me. I remember when I used to be a younger me. Man, if I knew then what I know now. Now I'm as wise as an old owl. Feeling young and gifted, just like a soul child. But I feel good to be me. And I'm so proud of the man that I have grown to be. I have grown into a better me. I'm growing, baby. I'm better than who I used to be. I want to give a shout out to my wife, Lakeisha Perry. I love you, baby. You hold me down, man, just like a ground's supposed to. I want to give a shout out to my son and my daughter, King and Journey. They drive me to be real, man. And they drive me to deal with bullshit in the most powerful way, to know what kind of man I am. I'm their daddy. I'm their daddy. I'm their daddy. And boy, that thing right there come with a whole lot of in it. Gotta put a little bit of in it. When my baby say my daddy, boy, ain't nothing more powerful than that is going out there in that world. And that ain't something I say, that's something they say when they say, my daddy. Boy, I'm a hell of a kind. I'm a hell of a kind. God Almighty, I'm a hell of a kind. I'm a hell of a kind. I love you. Hold me down. Hold me down. Hold me down.